Live from the village in the sky, this is Soft Power Hour. Welcome to the Church of Soft Power. My name is Siobhan, and I'm a co-founder of this lay-led church for the spirits of creativity, connection, care, and change. Soft Power Hour is our live stream service gathering every other Monday here on Soft Power TV for an hour of connection with our community, breath, bodies, and spirits. And I'm joined live tonight with my fellow co-founders, Flo, Midori, and Dr. Kiki, who will now tap us into the soft power frequency.
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to gather. I have been really grateful for this cadence of meeting every other Monday night, just as a space for me to tap back into the frequency and really feel this connection that we have across time and space. And today we had an astrology transit, and I'm no astrologer, but with Uranus moving into Gemini, feeling and reading a lot more about this need for and focus on communication and the throat and using our voices. And that's where a lot of my medicine comes from, is the energy and understanding of sound frequency, the voice, and the power that we hold there. And so to tap us into the frequency, I'd love to invite everyone to join me in singing, chanting, humming the I vowel that connects to the throat chakra. This is the system that we use in the Soft Power Choir calls that we to focus on connecting with our voice in a way that connects us to our bodies, our breath, and to help clear and cleanse our energy with the sound energy that we have right here in our own bodies. So inviting us to join in for 3 tones of I. The first tone inviting you to join in unison. The other 2, feel free to explore other sounds or harmonize with the tone. But my intention for tonight is to really connect with this energy of the voice, the throat, and encouraging folks to really be gentle with themselves if it's something that maybe you haven't practiced before, not to necessarily push the voice, but just really kind of feel into what feels comfortable for you tonight, because this part of the voice is so vulnerable and sensitive. It's really important to be gentle with ourselves as we tap into a part of the body that may bring up memories or experiences that may be traumatic, or even just memories that bring up other feelings and emotions in the body. So my hope is that we can connect with this space, this part of our body, as a way to encourage ourselves to release shame around the sound of our voice, so that we can continue to speak with honesty, clarity, and confidence in what we have to say and the messages that we have to bring to one another. So we'll all take a nice deep breath here. Another deep breath here. Taking a moment to call in any other energies, guides, ancestors, to support us in our communication, in our honesty, and speaking our truth. And to continue tapping us in, I'd like to share a song called Ella's Song. The song is by Sweet Honey and the Rock, but the words come from Ella Baker, who's a civil rights activist and one of the guides that has been part of my journey for the last decade. These words ring very true for me, and I hope will resonate with y'all as well. We who believe in freedom cannot rest, and we will continue to show up here at Soft Power Hour to support one another, that even though we may be across the world and may not be in the same spaces together, that we can join in together here virtually to tap into the frequency, to resource ourselves and sustain ourselves in these times that feel so trying. So this is Ella's song, We Who Believe in Freedom Cannot Rest. Feel free to join in as it's repeated many times. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kiki, for your medicine and your prayers. What's up, y'all? This is Flo of So Bloom, and thank you so much for being here with us in the South Power universe. I want to start off, so I'm going to lead us through some movement exercises, but I do want to first start out with some flowetry and just some context to this piece. Yesterday, I had the privilege and honor to sit in ceremony with Kambo, which is frog medicine from Peru, and it's known as medicine for the warrior and the heart. And it supports the body in detoxification of the internal body system and physical purging. And so I want to share a piece that I've received, a message that I've received, and it's called The Dragon Reborn. Okay, let's grab the mic. The Dragon Reborn. Keep the inner flames lit. The soul is on fire. Express like fire. That is life force moving through you. That is spirits living through you. A channel to divine wisdom. So keep the vessel clear. Heal the physical body. Rest and slow down. Detox the internal body. We gotta get clear from the inside out. Mental to physical to spiritual. This is spiritual warfare. So buckle down, get grounded, find your way back to your heart, back to your spirit. Okay, just gonna take a breath. Let's take a breath together. So wherever you are, I'm gonna place my hands on my heart. Exhaling out the mouth, releasing some audible breaths. I'm going to inhale in through the nose, filling your body up with your intentions, with this breath of life. Filling it up. And slowly exhale out the mouth. So now we're going to move into our movement exercises. So I'm going to lead us through 4 exercises. The first, and everything is an invitation to explore deeper. in your body and with yourself. And so the first exercise is the dragon's breath, which is meant to be a very activating, clearing and cleansing breath. So please listen to your body, and if that feels like it's too much, just release the audible breath. Okay, that's an alternative sound to just help you ground into your body. So dragon's breath, it's similar to the lion's breath. On your exhale, we're going to stick the tongue out and imagine you're a dragon releasing fire to transmute any stuck energy, trapped emotions in the heart and body. So let's do it together. Exhale. Let's do that 5 times together. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale. Inhale in. Exhale out. Clearing what no longer serves you. Inhale in. Exhale out. Last time together. Inhale in. Exhale out. Let's take your hand and rub the heart space, sending a humming sound. Sending a humming breath down the body to our feet, activating the vagus nerve, which communicates to our body that it is safe to feel, to process, to witness, and to release. Also, even give yourself a butterfly hug and just give a light massage down your arms. Okay, now we're going to do our movement. So throughout these next exercises, feel free to inhale in through the nose and exhale out the mouth to clear, or you can breathe in and out of the nose to ground and center. So the next exercise is a seated cat-cow. So whether you're on the ground or you're on the couch or in a chair, we're going to place our hands on our thighs. We're going to inhale and look up towards the sky, arching the spine, expanding the chest and the shoulders and the heart. Inhale in, and then exhale, slowly round the spine. Rounding the spine, tucking your chin on your chest, breathing into the back of your heart, back of your spine. Inhale to look up towards the sky, arching the spine, opening up the chest and the heart. And then exhaling, rounding the spine, contract and letting go. Let's do a few more rounds, moving at your own pace. Inhale to the sky, open up, expand with your breath, and then exhale to contract, release and let go, releasing any audible breath to help you clear energy. So this is a really important exercise to do daily. It's just moving the spine. You can do seated cat-cows, and also feel free to do some hip circles, spinal circles, moving the spine freely and fluidly, loosening up the spinal joints, loosening up the nerves that runs up and down the spine, loosening up the fascia, the connective tissue around the spine. Okay, next exercise. Actually, the next and the last exercise, we're just going to do some neck rolls. So you can rotate the head and neck from one shoulder to the other shoulder, focusing on breathing into the back of the neck. You can just look down towards the ground and breathe into the back of the neck. Feel free to rotate at your own pace, breathing and sending a breath of ease and spaciousness to release tension and tightness in the neck and the shoulders. Okay, and I lied, this is the last exercise, is our seated eagle arms, eagle wings. So I'm gonna make some circles with both of the arms, right? Rotating the shoulder joints. And inhale, open up the chest. We're just increasing movement and mobility in the shoulder joints and the chest and your scapulas on the back and your upper spine. This is also a great exercise. Let's just open up the wings. Open up the wings, open up the heart. This is a great exercise to open up the chest and the heart and also to expand your breath and lungs. Let's close the wings, contract. Coming to contract around the spine. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close. 2 more times together. Inhale, open up. Wings open, chest, heart open. Exhale, close. Last time. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Great job. Thank you, everyone. And now back to the next soft power leader.
Thank you, Flo. All right, let us know if you feel more recalibrated in your body, because I do. And encouraging everybody to stay connected to your breath and your body as I do this oracle pull. This is Ashley Stinson's deck, the Energy Archaeology Guidebook and deck, and it works with the bone system. All right. Interesting. So the card is Dreaming, the occipital bone. I wonder, did we pull this last time? Was that the same one? We didn't. Okay. Oh, it was belonging last time. Last week. Okay, so dreaming. It says, in the dreaming, you have permission to be with the wholeness of your humanity. You receive the medicine you need from this place. So the anatomy related to this card is bone, a trapezoidal shaped saucer-like bone that forms the back and lower parts of the skull. This is one of the bones that fuse with others to form the skull, and its primary function is to house the cerebellum or back part of the brain. There is a large oval opening within this bone called the foramen magnum, which is where the spinal cord passes through the skull. Energy. The occipital bone is part of the cranial energetic pathway, a flow of energy in the skull that moves between the occipital, parietal, frontal, temporal, and sphenoid bones. The skull requires that the occipital, parietal, and frontal bones work in conversation with each other, and also with the conscious and unconscious energies. When one of these bones is restricted or blocked, it will subdue the flow of the others.
When one is overactive, it will require the others to respond in the same way. When things like trauma, repressed memories, fear, judgment, guilt, blame, shame, or similar repressed or subconscious energies from communicating with you, repressed your subconscious energies from communicating with you because that conversation feels unsafe, the flow through the foramen magnum is restricted. As that passage becomes smaller and smaller, energies in the occipital bones will cease. They will then call loudly for your attention. Wisdom. You are connected to the dreaming, a part of the multidimensional universe that you cannot see, but are always participating in, from which you are being informed and to which you are contributing information about yourself, about the world around you, and your belief systems. The dreaming is collective and personal. It can be both deeply destructive and incredibly restorative. There is no agenda to the dreaming. You are simply existing in relationship with it. You receive the medicine you need from this place, and in turn, you contribute your own medicine. You cannot unsee what comes forth from this realm, but venturing within it doesn't need to be scary. There's an entire rich world living in these parts of yourself that is waiting to be reclaimed and brought to wholeness. You can look at them, accept them, love them, and yes, even find delight and pleasure in them. Cozying up in these depths is restorative, and shining a light on what has been kept here will unlock more than you can imagine. In the dreaming, you have permission to be with the wholeness of your humanity. The questions associated with this card: how would I describe my dream time? Do I recall my dreams? Is there a practice I'm called to implement to receive the wisdom of my dreams? How can I nurture a relationship with the subconscious parts of myself that come forward in dreams? And dream a little dream for the world. What do I want to seed into the collective dreaming? What do I wish to receive from it? I'm gonna let whoever wants to share on that go ahead. That was very fitting for Neptune going retrograde recently this week.
I'm happy to share. I've been having some really interesting dreams. So I've been contemplating my dreams a lot lately. And I guess where I really would like to share tonight is something that I've learned about dreams in my own life that growing up, I always saw myself wanting to be some sort of a singer, performer. And that remained with me throughout my education as I became a music teacher and all of those things. But I think what I'm realizing now, in the last few months, I've taken that extra step to start recording and sharing more of my original music with my inner circle, and taking a bigger leap in what that looks like for me to be the star, be the performer, not just a teacher that's encouraging others to use their voice, but to really kind of give myself the voice doula experience and be the voice doula for myself first. And what I'm realizing is that by me connecting with this dream that I had as a child, something that I thought was truly just a childish idea that I would be a singer, even a country singer, thinking that that was a really silly kind of thing to dream of. You might be hearing the dryer in the background. I don't know. That's the dryer song that's going off. But this childish dream of being like a country singer and country star, I have recently brought back into my life and just started to kind of take little steps of what that actually looks like by writing a song, by recording a song and sharing that with my inner circle. And eventually we'll be sharing that with more people. But what I've realized is that by taking a chance on something that seemed so silly or childlike, it is allowing me to connect to a part of myself that is very soft power, that is connecting myself to something that is really authentically my creative voice coming out and sharing. And by going to that vulnerable place of working through some of those ideas and those that shame of like, is this dream really for me? This doesn't really, when I look in the mirror, am I the person to be a country singer? I'm realizing that the vulnerability that I have opened up to by exploring this dream is actually connecting me to my softness, connecting me to a part of myself that truly does believe in miracles happening and dreams fully coming true. And whatever that, on whatever level that dream comes true, I don't necessarily see myself becoming the next Dolly Parton, but who knows? Just by me taking a chance and by sharing my voice in a way that is truly me and not me trying to put on another costume to be somebody who I truly am not, but by embracing this alter ego within myself and allowing myself to have a stage, even through our alter ego drag shows, creating videos and recording music even for these drag shows. It's encouraged me to take the spotlight in ways that have really released and helped me express parts of myself that I thought were truly just left for the dream world. And by doing that, I feel like I have cultivated a lot more courage and confidence within myself that I'm now taking leaps and bounds in other areas of my life that I never thought would be possible. And so I think just by giving ourselves reminders that those dreams that we have as children really are there for a reason, and to not underestimate what those dreams are, and to really give them a chance to live and to materialize, so that, because it may not be just the final ultimate dream that comes true, it's the process that can open up doors for other dreams to come true as well. And so I think my Leo stellium is very much coming through of wanting to connect to that inner child, connecting with the heart energy, connecting with that courageousness of reminding ourselves that by taking these small steps and bringing our inner children along with us along this healing journey, that this dreaming can really influence not just ourselves by allowing those dreams to come true, but influence and have these ripple effects within our communities, within these circles that we're a part of, to reflect back to one another that it is possible. And that's something that Soft Power does for me regularly, to that reminds me that these dreams are not just things to keep locked away in my brain, but to fully let them be expressed and released, because that gives room for even bigger dreams to come through. And to imagine, if I can imagine a country album, I can imagine collective liberation. And I truly see those things coming together and being tied together. As we all take these leaps of faith for ourselves, we can truly start taking bigger leaps of faith for our entire communities across the world.
Wow. Just taking a breath for that beautiful message. And it feels like a continuation of the quote from the last stream that Midori chose to share today from Kiki, that was really talking about that belonging and just what that can provide to us in a like real material way. And so like hearing this card, I'm immediately taken to my hypnosis studies with Desiree Eckert, and that same part of the anatomy that you're talking about, I've learned is the reticular activating system, and it's like this brain stem that literally filters our reality. And the thing that's incredible about it is that it's the same place that processes like lived and imagined events. And that's why things that we imagine can really manifest truly in our bodies. And that can be positive things. Those can be limiting beliefs and things that we're taught about ourselves. If the same part of our brain is what's filtering through and processing this stuff, really what I've learned through hypnosis is that that also works on the flip side, where that we can utilize our imagination and, trance state, and, however deep you want to assign what you experience through your mind's eye or through your imagination. There's so much evidence that it has real impacts on your reality, your physiology, and truly what you believe is possible. And so I think that's why my work leans so much into the trance state, um, especially coming from like a birth doula background. And that was Kiki and I's early days of connecting, were leading her through these visualizations of visualizing herself, confronting patterns and people and concepts that she wanted to materialize, that later led to materializing a child, a family, a like work, career reality, all these different things. And so, yeah, just like the power of those dreams physiologically, I think it's so cool to see that like our brains and our bodies support our imaginations, pulling things from beyond, from wherever you think it's pulled from, and birthing them into this world. And they are very real, and just as real as like the stories that we've told ourselves that keep us from sharing our voice, or the stories that we internalize about our identities that limit what we're capable of and where we can go in this world. So shout out to the dreams, and I'd love to see in the chat what dreams y'all are bringing to life. I see here Ela is resonating with their stand-up, doing stand-up comedy. Yeah, I love this question here. What is a dream that you're birthing and bringing into reality? And I'm going to take us into just a little bit of a meditation practice, guided experience to just get in deeper touch with that. And so just inviting y'all, stay connected with your bodies. I've got this little tool, and I'm just gonna like still bringing my nervous system to neutral. And if it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes or just rest them in a spot in front of you. And I just invite you to take 3 breaths together, continuing to arrive here in this space, or if you're just joining us, take a few breaths to reharmonize this frequency, to be on this frequency of possibility and abundance and imagination together. And if you consent to a little energy work, I invite you to say I consent, or just stick to the surface with me. I'm just imagining pulling and clearing all the other things in your energy field, the things that have been taking up space in your reality, the real things, the imagined things, all the things right now that don't belong to you and did not find their source in you. I just want to give you the space for the next 5 minutes. On every exhale, imagining it's sending and just gently blowing all of that away from your body. And on your inhale, imagining your energy field just expanding to take up more space around you. And as the power of your breath creates more room in the room around you, allowing yourself to take notice of all the symbols, textures, signs, or words that remind you of your sovereignty. For me, sometimes I have a little code word with my intuition when I know that I am in my own autonomous energy. You may ask for a sign. If you haven't done this before, you can ask for that sign now. Perhaps it shows up as part of your physical body being activated, telling you we're here, we're centered, sovereign. Maybe it is a little jingle or song. If spirit speaks to you through music or sound, it could be the echo of a sound. But whatever it is, know that this is now your space to be in focused, autonomous observation of your dream. And there may be many dreams flashing before you, but whatever the one that's emerging right now, this is the one that your spirits want you to know is possible to bring into the material realm. This is a one that sometimes you wonder if it's possible. You wonder if you're the one to make it reality. But just trust right now, here in this space, that this is what your inner world wants you to know. You are pulling from the astral, from the infinite, detached from time and space. It comes into your present focus because you are the one, you are the channel, the vessel. And perhaps there's others who share this dream. But it's also just as important for you to recognize yourself as the creator of your reality, the creator of your experience on earth, acknowledging all of the collaborators and co-creators, but today just centering on your magic and your ability to materialize your dreams. As you sit here in this space, if you're zoned in on this dream and this vision, just continuing to breathe into it, perhaps imagining energy rising up on your inhale from Mother Earth and being sent through your exhale to breathe life into this vision, watching it take shape, expand, and grow sturdier and more tangible with every breath. Thank you for taking the time to be here with your dreams. There's so much demanding your attention and energy. Please know that this is not a frivolous waste of your time, that this is essential work. You came to do both. And if it feels supportive, repeat the affirmation. My dreams appear to me so that I can bring them to reality. I envision what is possible for me to materialize. Or anything intuitive to rewrite anything filtering in that base of your skull that what you see is not possible. We thank these parts of our nervous system that desire to keep us safe. We thank these patterns inherited that have kept those who came before us safe so that we can exist here now. And we release them if we're ready to expand what's possible. When you're ready, thanking your intuition and the spirits that assist us, bringing your attention down from this astral place of possibility, knowing you can return there whenever you want, and your focus shifting back to your physical body, to the present moment, closing the door completely to the other realms that inform our imagination, and allowing your spirit to resettle into your vessel, feeling more expanded into yourself, feeling all of this fresh energy sealed into your being. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes or just stay here. As I play this song, I'm going to change up the order. It feels like the right moment for this song from Dr. Kiki.
Tell me, where is the road I can call my own, that I left, that I lost so long ago? All these years I have wandered, oh, when will I know there's a way, there's a road that will lead me home? After wind, after rain, when the dark is done, as I wake from a dream in the gold of day, through the air there's a calling from far away. There's a voice I can hear that will lead me home. Rise up, follow me, come away is the call. With the love in your heart,
Thank you, Dr. Kiki, for that. We're practicing not giving context to everything. I messaged Kiki, do you want to talk about this? And we're practicing church service. We sing and we sing and we receive. So thank you for sharing your beautiful voice. I want to actually, I just saw this and I really want to give light to the Death Alchemist, who is dreaming of platforming folks both online and locally that are doing big things and creating ripples in the world. They're dreaming of collaborating with folks and making films that inspire. Also want to highlight these words from Them Powered. Thinking about how our dreams are our personal responsibility, but materializing them impacts one another's ability to do the same for each of our dreams. Oh. And lastly, a word from Ila's maternal grandma in Tagalog. A fart is simply the fruition for poop. Okay. Truly, truly grateful for y'all. The vibes are so good and sweet tonight, and I feel like so much is unspoken but felt here in this space with everyone. Next is our testimony, and tonight I'll be sharing mine in the Alter Ego Spotlight. So this is a part of the show where we share an alter ego from the community, which, as defined by Dr. Kiernan Steiner, is a character, identity, or aspect of self who is wanting to be loved and liberated through creative expression. And so, as many of you know, we have had 3 alter ego drag shows by now. Give it up for Them Powered in the chat, who is our creative producer and co-host Tim McCraw. So if you have not watched those yet, they're incredible, and just has turned into this basically like queer film festival, queer and trans film festival through our spaces. And I'm going to share my testimony tonight as I think of the dreams in this theme. I wasn't sure which performance I was going to share tonight, but seeing dreaming come up. This performance is from Church Kid Dropouts. That was really a curse-breaking ceremony for the church, and especially the Christian church that upholds white supremacy and all other institutions that do. And so for me, that brought me to marriage, which is an institution that I grew up for whatever reason to believe in, despite never witnessing a success in that myself personally. I got married when I was 26 and had a child at 27. And when I think about dreaming tonight, I really see the ways that soft power has helped me expand my vision for my family, my vision for what I'm allowed to do, because I had this big radical vision for my life, and because I couldn't find an example or proof out there that what I imagined was possible, or that someone else would want to share that and build that together, I went a different route. And so this is my story of that.
Is the saloon absolutely?
I can hear the bells. Well, don't you hear them chime? Can't you feel my heartbeat keeping perfect time? And all because he touched me. He looked at me and stared. Yes, he bumped me. My heart was unprepared when he tapped me and knocked me off my feet. One little touch, now my life's complete. 'Cause when he nudged me Love put me in a fix, yes, it hit me just like a ton of bricks. Yes, my heart burst. Now I know what life's about. One little touch and love's knocked me out. And I can hear the bells. My head is spinning. I can hear the bells. Something's beginning. Everybody says that a girl who looks like me can't win his love. Well, just wait and see, 'cause I can hear the bells. My father will smile. I can hear the bells as he walks me down the aisle. My mother starts to cry, but I can't see 'cause Link and I are French kissing. Listen, I can hear the bells.
You know, after having watched it back, I truly feel betrayed.
All day, every day, therapist, mother maid, nymph, then a virgin, nurse, then a servant, just an appendage, live to attend him so that he never lifts a finger. 24/7 baby machine, so he can live out his picket fence dreams. It's not an act of love if you make her, you make me do too much labor.
When you say you love someone, you're assuming responsibility to protect them, to care for them, and to not hurt them. And you didn't do any of those things.
I feel like I've been locked up tight for a century of lonely nights, waiting for someone to release me. You're licking your lips and blowing kisses my way, but that don't mean I'm gonna give it away. Baby, 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 baby. Oh, my body's saying let's go, but my heart is saying no. If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. If you wanna be with me, I can make your wish come true. You gotta make a big impression. You gotta like what you do. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. You gotta rub me the right way, honey. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come, come, come on and let me out.
Thanks, y'all. So, possibilities of love and dreams. And I can say, special shout out to Midori on the film support, to Highly Human on the Gabby Wendy lip sync quote. And I love Gabby Wendy too because she was the Bachelorette and now she's a lesbian. So we love that. Yeah. Thanks for witnessing my testimony to soft power, and I'm going to pass it to Midori now for our community update.
Thank you, Siobhan. I'm going to put on my little hat because, what did I call myself? Reporter Mimi. Reporter Mimi is back. And I'm going to put my glasses on and get my little microphone. So this upcoming couple weeks, we have a lot going on in the soft power universe. We have co-working this Wednesday. And if you've been wondering, are you hearing correctly? Yes, you are. Co-working is back every week, Wednesdays, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Pacific. Join us in our Zoom sanctuary to get done and body double anything you want to get done. You could just be folding laundry. You could be working on some personal creative projects. Maybe it's just a time in your 9 to 5 you want to be in a space with other aligned visionary artists. So you can visit the link down below to register for reminders there. So every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Pacific. We also have a writing circle this Thursday with Nathaniel of Them Powered. That is aligned with the Capricorn full moon. So it is a guided container for reflecting, a really powerful container for reflecting based on the lunar cycle. So highly recommend that space as well. 9 a.m. Pacific on Thursday morning. And then Soul Spark activation will be next Monday in the Village Sanctuary that is facilitated by me, my alter ego, Midori. And it is a divination space where I am inspired by Taoism, specifically Taoist alchemy. And I would love to see y'all there, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. All right, transitioning back into my church founder drag. All right, we're gonna take these glasses off and do a little closing prayer here. This is so ridiculous. I love it. And just dropping back into the closer space here now. Thank you, Flo, Kiki, Siobhan, for that, all of your testimonies, for all the practices that have come through us to remind us of our ancestral power, of all these gifts that have been within us that are being remembered in this lifetime to bring forth to ground ourselves and be more equipped for these really revolutionary times that we're in. So grounding us in this prayer to close us out. Calling upon the spirits of creativity, connection, care, and change. Thank you for supporting us and stewarding us in this season of our lives. May we continue to move towards our unique frequency, our creative authenticity, and all of the expressions, all of our alter egos that are here to remind us of our multidimensionality, of our power of creative expression, of what we're here to create in this lifetime together and individually, and how all of those threads weave together into a greater tapestry for our liberation. Bless and protect all of our undocumented siblings everywhere, all of the beings who are facing violence and oppression and just the stripping and continual draining of resources that we need to live our lives, to have our basic needs met and beyond. Bless all of the sex workers or trans and queer siblings of all our chosen and blood families. Please protect them and put a protective veil upon everyone who needs protection right now. May we sharpen the sword of our voices, of the spiritual practices that ground us in our body, breath, and intuition. Thank you for your guidance today and every day. And so it is. Selah, make it so. Handing it back off to Bonnie.
That's it for today, folks. I'm going to put up, let's see, is this going to work? No, it's not. Trying out, StreamYard had an update, so I'm going to leave that there and just put our little website in the chat, though everybody here knows where to find us, hopefully. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being part of our community. Yeah, we're just really grateful to transform with you all, to transform in front of you all, to witness y'all's transformations. And we're just going to keep it going. So really excited for these more casual ways to be in connection this week, and hope to see y'all there. Take care. Oh, and as a fairy god sis would say, time to pose for the ancestors.